From last episode, some of you might have seen that I bugged the game. Yes, I fixed that. And how do I put this? Oh, yeah, next is the disclaimer. Yeah, disclaimer, I do not own any audio or music that's being played in the background of my mic or other people's mics. I'm just glad I was able to fix it. It's a pain in the butt, if you ask me. I was about to panic and like go all the way back to the beginning, but nope. Ain't doing that. I just went to the developer's test place and took the copy of the plans. I'm gonna get that.
We've scoured the town and I've spoken to every contact we have left. No sign of Mercer. Any luck on your end?
He wasn't there, but I found these plans.
Short's beard. He's going after the eyes of the Falmer? That was Gallus's pet project. If he gets his hands on them, you can be certain he'll be gone for good and set up for life. Agreed. He's taken everything the guild has left, and to go after one of the last greatest heists is just an insult. I've spoken to Carlia and made amends for how the guild's treated her. Now she wishes to speak with both of us. Quickly, we have no time to lose. Until next we meet, lass. Not now, lass. Carlia said it was important.
I promise you, all your questions will be answered. Brynjolf, the time has come to decide Mercer's fate. Until a new guildmaster is chosen, the decision falls to you.
Aye, lass. And I've come to a decision. Mercer Frey tried to kill both of you. He betrayed the guild, murdered Gallus, and made us question our future.
He needs to die.
We have to be very careful, Brynjolf. Mercer is a Nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
And it's all true. Everything I heard in the stories. The Nightingales, their allegiance to Nocturnal, and the Twilight Sepulchre.
Yes. That's why we need to prepare ourselves and meet Mercer on equal footing. Just outside of Riften, beyond the southeast gate, is a small path cut up the mountainside. At the end of that path is a clearing and an old standing stone. I'd ask you both to meet me there. I'm preparing to leave for the standing stone. What is it?
Been doing a few jobs.
I've done more than a few jobs. I got this place back up on its feet. I got the place back up on its feet.
But I'll...
Now we're meeting at some standing stone. What the hell's a standing stone? I wonder how many agents of Nocturnal there really are. Like, Tamriel is a big place.
I'm glad you're here. This is the headquarters of the Nightingales, cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind. We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey.
Got it.
If you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way. From the moment you were struck with my poisoned arrow at Snowvale Sanctum, my path changed its course. Perhaps I couldn't bring Mercer back alive, but together, we were able to clear my name and to put Gallus's memory to rest. I'd always intended Mercer's fate to ultimately be decided by the Guild, and it seems they've spoken. It's my hope that you will, yes.
I'm just as puzzled as you, lass. So this is Nightingale Hall. I heard about this place when I joined the Guild, but I never believed it existed.
The assumption that the Nightingales were just a myth was seeded within the Guild on purpose. It helped divert attention from our true nature. What's wrong, Brynjolf? I can almost hear your brow furrowing.
I'm trying to understand why I'm here, lass. I'm no priest, and I'm certainly not religious. Why pick me?
This isn't about religion, Brynjolf. It's business. He's just ahead. Please, keep following.
I think we can trust Carlia. Let's see what she's on about.
This is Nightingale Hall. You're the first of the uninitiated to set foot inside in over a century. Now, if you'll both proceed to the armory to don your Nightingale armor, we can begin the oath.
Most of my power comes from the rings and amulets I wear, so yes, okay. Oh yeah, this stuff's getting a major upgrade.
You appear ready for the oath. She's the mistress of night and darkness. Nocturnal isn't... She influences our luck, and you're closer to understanding than you realize. The only difference is she doesn't demand payment in the traditional sense, and sometimes the cost can be quite high, whether you know it or not. Nocturnal dictates how well we perform as rogues. Again, you have to think differently. Haven't you ever noticed how our luck behaves? Like a novice picking an impossible lock, or a blind man suddenly turning to face you as you reach for his pocket. It's through these subtle means that Nocturnal influences us. Nocturnal's whim is the greatest mystery to everyone. There have been volumes written on the subject. Does she exact payment when we die? When we suffer? Does she revel in our misery? No one knows. The return certainly seems worth the risk, though. Gallus, Mercer Frey and I were once members of what's known as the Nightingale Trinity. The Trinity disbanded 25 years ago when Mercer Frey betrayed us by slaying Gallus and dumping his body in the ruins of Snowvale Sanctum.
Good to know.
Indirectly. The Trinity is usually selected from the ranks of the Guild, although its existence is a closely guarded secret. The Nightingales protect the Temple of Nocturnal, a place known as the Twilight Sepulchre. Proceed down the hall to the gate when you're ready.
Time's wasting, and Mercer's still out there. Let's get this show on the road.
You appear ready for the oath.
This really brings out her tits.
I think we should trust the lass and take the deal.
You appear ready for the oath.
Okay, lass. We've got these get-ups on. Now what?
Beyond this gate is the first step in becoming a Nightingale.
Whoa there, lass. I appreciate the armor, but becoming a Nightingale? That was never discussed.
To hold any hope of defeating Mercer, we must have Nocturnal at our backs. If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement must be struck.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
The terms are quite simple, Brynjolf. Nocturnal will allow you to become a Nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And in return, both in life and in death, you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulchre.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal? Good. After I open the gate,
This is enough to make your head spin, eh?
Oh, I can't use it, damn it. I'll do this fallen angel effect until they do it.
We'll speak when the oath is complete.
Bang. Ooh, stay in the circle. Yeah.
I call upon you, Lady Nocturnal, Queen of Murk and Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Carlia. I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. Lose something, did we?
My lady, I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Carlia. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprise me, Carlia. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth, Your Grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until your conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Carlisle. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
I suggest you talk to Carlia first. She has
Now
some
that
news
you've
that
transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime. Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without 2 keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulchre, the skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal and, in essence, caused our luck to run dry. Well,
So the key
yes,
unlocks any door.
but the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities, the potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, potential becomes limitless. Good. Then you understand why this is about more than just Mercer's lust for power. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulchre, things will never be the same for the Guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade. Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner. Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lass. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the Guild.
Hang on.
Carlia and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the Guild to its full strength. As a result, we both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves' Guild. I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know. I've never been one to lead, never desired it, never cared for it, don't want it. Ha! Spoken like the leader of the Thieves' Guild. Just don't lose yourself in the role. We have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation.
Yeah.
Then it's decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim. Until then, we have quite the task ahead. I've been part of... Carlia and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lass. This will be a fight to remember. Aye, and some of what Carlia said is starting to make sense. Mercer may have damaged our reputation and raided our coffers, but this goes well beyond even his twisted form of larceny. Old Delvin kept calling it a curse, and we all laughed at him. Looks like the joke's on us.
Do I have to wear this armor now? I ain't wearing it. I'm wearing my dragon armor, because it's all my dragon armor. Feels good to be in this. Wait. She still has her hood on. I hide the face. Come on. Yeah, we're not wearing this.
With the skeleton key missing from the Twilight Sepulchre, I'm afraid Mercer's seen to it that none of us can benefit from Nocturnal's gifts. You merely transacted the oath, signed the unwritten contract with Nocturnal. In order for us to receive our abilities, our end of the bargain, I'm afraid the key must be returned. If Nocturnal was truly displeased with me, with any of us, she wouldn't have answered my call. I have no doubt that we still hold her favor, and I believe it gives us enough of an edge to defeat Mercer Frey.
Well, time to go get back this skeletal key.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Never should have come here.
Gonna split your belly like an old woman.
Is someone there?
Yourself a hero. Give up while you...
Tell you what, you start running so I can stab you in the back.
Mercer's been here. I hope we aren't too late. Brynjolf and I found them like that. Mercer's doing. We have to catch up to him before it's too late. We should tread carefully. I wouldn't be surprised if he's left behind a few surprises for us.
Do the Falmer also have no sense of smell? This place reeks.
Be careful. There's no telling what lurks within these walls.
Look at the size of this place. Have you ever seen anything like it in your life, lass?
Oh, this, yes. Cora has seen much more amazing things than just this.
Just as I was getting warmed up. Looks like we can take the low road or the high road across. What was that?
Come, taste darkness's embrace. No match for a Nightingale.
Aye. There will be blood today. I can
If
promise you
Mercer
that.
leaves here with the eyes, no problem. But if you get too far away, we're going to catch up. We're with you. Mercer's been careful so far. For someone in possession. Who's there?
Finally! Let's end this! Finally! Let's end this! Come on, show me you've got what it takes. Just as I was getting warmed up.
Right through the brain. Oh, here comes another one.
That's what happens when you cross the guild.
With any luck, this will be Mercer's final day alive.
Did the farmer also have no sense of A few years before Mercer murdered Gallus, the guild took in a thief who specialized in dwarven antiquities. The thief had broken into a nobleman's home somewhere in Windhelm, and made off with a small figurine of a snow elf with crystalline eyes. Aye, that's what the Falmer were known as long ago, before they became the blind monstrosities they are today. When Gallus took one look at the statue, he knew it was something special. He took it right up to Enther at the College of Winterhold. Didn't take long for Enther to find a book in the college's library that told of Erkenthad and a great statue with gemmed eyes within. Not just ordinary gems. They are said to be flawlessly cut and as big as a man's head. Can you imagine how much they're worth? Gallus and Mercer spent the better part of a month infiltrating Erkenthad, but the dwarves had protected the place far too well. There were just too many obstacles blocking the way. The plans were shelved, and the rest is history. Look at that monstrosity.
It's a dwarven centurion. Very tough and very deadly.
We can take the beast on or sneak around. It's your call, lass. We're right behind you.
Hey then! Come on, show me you've got what it takes. Just as I was getting warmed up. To the pain then.
Yeah, Squirrel just grabbed a fork. Well, time to start next episode.